It is an absolute joy to say hello and good morning to Alexandra Frost and her pet keyboard player, Ed. Go on, Ed, give us a tune. Oh, we're going to have to turn the level up on that. Okay. That's a bit better, but we might move the microphone nearer the amp. We can do that in a minute. That's fine. Alex is a gorgeous lady. She's absolutely stunning. I'd like, you put some makeup on for first thing in the morning.
I did. Well, I had to wake up, so you know, got the voice moving and put the makeup on, ready to go.
If only Ed had shown us the same courtesy.
Hey, look, he's jet lagged from coming back from Canada. He's doing so well to be here.
So, Alexandra, the amazing thing about your voice is that it's, as people might have twigged already, as the listener might have already gone, what? What's going on? What? What he said? That's a woman. He said that's a woman. Come and listen to this voice. He said that's a woman. But you are very much a woman.
I am indeed.
Apart from this voice.
This is true.
It's a gorgeous voice.
Thank you.
It's I love uniqueness in anybody, and that's your thing, right?
That is my thing.
It's very much your unique thing. So this has been something that wasn't necessarily a blessing, I imagine, when you were young. It's certainly, if you'd gone to my school, we didn't have any girls, but if anybody with a difference was at my school, right, their life could be hell. I mean,
that's right.
We'd make sure it was hell, frankly. Mine was occasionally hell. But, you know. So tell me, was it hell sometimes?
I think in primary school, I didn't actually know that it was very different, but it was when I got to uni, actually, that it struck me the most, because I had an audition for a solo in the Adelaide Uni Choral Society, and we had to line up, and the conductor came past and got us to sing, and he got to me and he heard me sing, and he just looked at me with this bewildered face and said, wow, that's like really strong down there. And at 17, being self-conscious as you are at that age, I thought, I'm weird, I'm different, like I need to be able to sing higher, this is a problem. So at that point, it started to become an issue. But prior to that, it really wasn't too bad.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Very interesting. And that's interesting that it was until you were 17, right?
It suddenly twigged that it was different. And I think I went to a Catholic school, and there was a nun, Sister Alphonsus, and she was an incredible musician. A little bit scary to some, but I managed to keep on the right side of her, which was good. But she made me think that my voice was actually useful, because I could sing higher or lower, and she'd have sometimes put me up to second soprano, and then she'd put me down to tenor because there were no boys in the choir. So I didn't really see it as problematic then, but it was 17 at uni where I was like, oh, hang on. This is a little different.
I can imagine when you left, Sister Alfonso went, that changes the whole choir now. What am I going to do?
Yeah, exactly. It was useful to her.
Do with that, Alex?
The flexibility was good for her.
Awful. Okay, I'm going to give us a quick track. Right? I don't know if Anita Baker has a contralto voice. I know she's got a great voice. This is called Sweet Love. Anita Baker and Sweet Love. Sweet Love. Okay, it's Friday. It's Friday. No, we're not talking about that. We're not talking about that. We're chatting with Alexandra Frost about her Fringe show. So, turns out from school, right, you actually have a talent.
Apparently so.
And the nuns... Shall I put your microphone on? And the nuns found your talent at school.
They did.
Right? So then you thought, do you know what? there might be $1 in this, and I like to show off. Was that the thought process?
Not quite, Paul.
Tell me.
I just love music. Yeah, and I didn't know where it would take me. I never expected to be singing lead at all. Like, I was the chorister that was a reliable alto in the choir that sang the harmony and could always be relied on to do her homework, always knew her part. Everyone relied on me to get it right and listened.
Yeah. So
it was just by chance through contacts in Adelaide that I decided maybe there's something else I could do with this. And so did open mics and then eventually got a gig, and then it kind of just snowballed from there. And so I never expected to be in this position, but here I am.
Yeah?
Yeah.
And have you done the Fringe before?
Last year, first time. Yeah, so we debuted the show last year, and it went really well, really well received, and 5-star review, which was nice. That was good.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Excellent.
I love that. Yeah, but no, the audience feedback was fabulous, and it was just
I'm sure
fun.
I'm sure it was really well deserved. But we're gonna show not tell.
Correct.
Show don't
best
tell.
to listen and best to hear it.
What have you got for us, mate?
Okay, we've got a song this is one of the first jazz tunes I fell in love with, and I think it was because I could sing along really easily. It's kind of how I found jazz and blues, and it's called Black Coffee, and I think it was originally done by Sarah Vaughan, but the version that I heard was Julie London. Yeah, that's the one that inspired me.
I look forward to it. Okay, so this is Ed on keyboards and Alexandra Frost. It is Black Coffee.
I'm feeling mighty lonesome, haven't slept a wink. I walk the floor and watch the door, and in between I drink black coffee. Love's a hand-me-down brew. I'll never know a Sunday in this weekday room. I'm talking to the shadows, 1 o'clock to 4. And Lord, how slow the moments go when all I do is pour black coffee. Since the blues caught my eye, I'm hanging out on Monday, my Sunday's dreams to dry. Now a man is born to go a-loving, a woman's born to weep and fret, to stay at home and tend her oven, and drown her past regrets in coffee and cigarettes. I'm moody all the morning all the night, and in between it's nicotine and not much hard to find. Black coffee, feeling low as the ground. It's driving me crazy, just waiting for my baby to maybe come around.
Oh, that's fantastic.
Oh, cool.
Oh, that's so good, guys.
Thank you.
So good. I'm so pleased you came in. I was pleased before, but now, oh, what a treat. What a treat. Concert for one. I'm like, well, one and the listener. One and you. I mean, I am still talking to you. I'm just talking to Alex as well. So, yes, that is a gorgeous, gorgeous voice.
Thank you.
Yeah, no, thank you. It was just wonderful. Tell me about tell me about the venue of your show, because I quite like Plant 4, and I'd only been the other weekend. I went with the lovely Samantha, and we went. She said, "I want to go and see this market." So we went and had a wander around, and it was a fabulous market on a Saturday or a Sunday or whenever we went. I'm not sure, and because the lovely Samantha has decided for one of her New Year's resolutions that we do something on a weekend, right? We don't just do the garden, sit at home, do nothing, right? And when I say do the garden, it means do Samantha's garden, not mine. Mine's a wasteland with tomato plants. So yeah, tell me about the venue. Is it a cabaret style thing?
No, they've never done it there before, but they do lots of functions, and they have a great reputation for events and supporting live music as well. So a friend of mine, Michelle Pearson, who is famous for her show Comfort Food Cabaret, decided to be quite entrepreneurial and approach them to set up a venue for cabaret music and comedy. And so it's kind of running most Sundays and one Saturday in Fringe, and it's upstairs, accessible by lift as well as stairs. Really comfortable, beautiful space.
But that's going to be a cabaret setting.
Yeah, so it'll all be set up with lights and look beautiful.
Yeah.
Staging and all the high-tech stuff, which will be all brought in for the purpose of the Fringe.
And I don't mean this in I'm not using the word brave to mean daft, right? But I do think it's genuinely brave of performers to do cabaret, because the challenge is, of course, to make sure that people pay attention to you and not chatting among themselves, because if they're not engaged,
problematic.
That's what's going to happen, right? Because they're sat around a table, and you have to go, I know she's really pretty, and I know you're on your first date, and I know you want to pay her attention, but you can talk about me when I've finished. And that's the good thing about the timing of your Fringe show, which is of an afternoon, isn't it? Yeah. So like 4 o'clock-ish or whatever on the days that you're on, which is a great time to go to a show, because then after the show you do dinner.
That's right.
And at dinner, now you've got something to talk about.
Exactly.
That's wonderful.
Yeah, there will be things to talk about, I'm sure. Lots of people can relate to the story.
Think so.
Like everyone's got something that they may well have stood out for. It's
very
a little
cool.
different,
It's very cool. And although it's jazz and although it's cabaret, you can't smoke.
You can't. No.
Unfortunately. Okay, superb. Well, I'll tell you what. We're doing another?
Yeah.
Doing another, Ed?
We can do
You're
it.
okay? Ed's suffering from... Ed's being a bit heroic today. He's coming from Canada, and he's suffering from jet lag. Well, he's not suffering. He actually looks quite chipper.
He is quite chipper.
He
Yeah.
is.
He's a morning person more than me.
So, well done, mate. He's not a morning person, but it's morning. It's evening in Canada now. So
That's a good way of
it's about 10 o'clock in the evening, depending on where you are.
So great
How many
position
time zones in Canada? 3, 4? He doesn't know. Ed has suddenly gone dumb. He can't speak now. It's like okay. What's track 2?
So this artist is featured with a couple of songs in the show, and it's Nina Simone, the fabulous Nina Simone, one of the artists that inspired me vocally, and she's so emotive in her singing, and her phrasing is amazing. She just does all sorts of unpredictable things.
Fantastic.
So,
Who doesn't love
Nina?
Yeah, that's brilliant. Okay, over to you.
Birds flying high, you know how I feel. Sun in the sky, you know how I feel. Breathe fading on by. You know how I feel. It's a new dawn. It's a new day. It's a new life for me. And I'm feeling good. Fish in the sea, you know how I feel. River running free, you know how I feel. Blossom in the tree, you know how I feel. It's a new dawn, it's a new day, it's a new life. I'm feeling good. Dragonfly out in the sun, you know what I mean. Butterflies all having fun, you know what I mean. Sleep in peace when day is done, that's what I mean. And this old world is a new world and a bold world for me. And I'm feeling good. Stars when you shine, you know how I feel. Scent of the pine, you know how I feel. Oh, freedom is mine, and I know how I feel. It's a new dawn, it's a new day, it's a new life for me. And I'm feeling good. Whoa, feeling good. Whoa, feeling good. Whoa, feeling good.
How good was that? How brilliant was that? Well done, guys. It was
Thank you.
fantastic. Thank you. Alexandra and Ed are at Plant 4 in Bowden. Feb the 18th and 24th and March the 3rd, right?
That's right.
And tickets via the usual fringy places. More information can be had on alexandrafrost.com as well, right? Does that cover all our bases?
That covers everything.
You reckon?
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, I'm
Thank
really
you.
pleased.
Thanks,
Right.
Paul.
Okay. No, it's my pleasure.